ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to continue to join the NFL offseason Twitter fun as I go on to rank every NFL team's uniform heading into 2024-2025. Now, I do want to say this tier list is going to be home uniforms. I have a bunch of images of other uniforms that I'll give shout outs to, but this specific ranking is the uniforms they play in when they're home majority of the time. You know, their main uniform. Anyway, couple of plugs as always. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. Also, there is a Caitlin Clark free square coming up. Even if you don't watch the WNBA, I mean, she just needs 1 point for the entry to win. Capitalize! But always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Alright folks, so here we are at the list. In the order we will be ranking the jersey in from best to worst is elite, good, okay, decent, boring / ugly, and at the bottom we got fire pit material. Want to say shout out to my man Connor who has made this list. He's made a lot of the ones I've actually been doing and I haven't even realized it. His are always just the most up to date and clean looking too, so keep it up man, you rock. Anyway, beginning we have the Patriots jerseys. Boring, ugly, sorry. To me it's the shade of blue, that dark shade of blue. It's the same reason I haven't liked the Texans uniform. It just looks so depressing, and I mean the little bit of red and white you got on there, it's not enough to bring it out of the depression. Next up we got Jacksonville, and I actually think their current jerseys are pretty good. Anything's better than the mustard jerseys, by the way. Those were the absolute worst. But no, you got a nice turquoise color that's easy on the eyes, black to end the sleeves there, nice clean patch of the Jaguar logo right up here. It's not overwhelming. I think it's an appealing jersey. It's attractive. It's bad. Now we got the Chargers. Cue it. Elite! I mean, I really didn't care for the transition to the new style when they did it, but the longer I've watched them, the more I've fallen in love with it. It's bright. You got the beautiful lightning bolt right on the sleeve. Nice, clean white numbers with the yellow outline. I mean, it literally looks electric. Now we got the Bills. Cue it. Elite! If anybody's been watching me for a long time and you know how I became a Bills fan, their jerseys are part of the reason. Before I watched football and I would play Madden, I always picked the Bills because I like their logo and I like their colors, their jerseys. I always loved it. I still do. And Bills fans rallying to bring back the early 2000 uniforms, keep that shit to yourself. No one wants to see that. Maybe the helmets, but the jerseys, no. Now we got Miami. Cue it. Elite! Kind of similar to Jacksonville, except more teal than turquoise. And then you got the orange outline to the white numbers and the dolphin on the sleeve. I think they are fantastic. Now we got Green Bay. I think theirs are good. They're classic. The jersey that's not really changed all that much over time, and for good reason. It's a classic football jersey. Now we got the Colts, boring as it can really get. It's one color with 2 lines on the shoulder. Like, okay, a good shade of blue. What else am I looking at though, bud? Now moving on, we got the Vikings. Theirs are good, but I don't really care for purple jerseys all that much. However, I would prefer the brighter purple, which they use, and I think the white and yellow is always tied in really well. But I will say right now, they don't compare to these bad boys from the Brett Favre era. These need to make a comeback. Panthers. Okay, don't get me wrong. They're good, but I like their blue ones more. Obviously, I have a thing for blue. But black, blue, and white, not only does it look clean, it looks scary. They're the least intimidating team in the league right now, but it looks scary, it looks menacing. I think what I like so much about the light blue jerseys is how the logo on the sleeve pops out. Dallas, one of the only teams that notoriously wears white at home. It's weird. Okay, decent, I guess. The reason they're not getting boring or ugly is because I think white is an attractive color, the blue is an attractive color, and the piping, it looks a little bit better to me on the sleeves than on the shoulders. Now we got the Falcons. These got a lot of shit because they basically did just copy Mean Machine from The Longest Yard, but I think they're decent. I don't see anything wrong with them. That'll bring us to the Bengals. Good, they've always had one of the better uniforms. It looks like a tiger, which tigers rock, but the white ones do look pretty dirty, and I think it's the helmet that really does it, but it's also that subtle orange in the black and white, man. Those ones are filthy. Now we got the Steelers. Cue it. Elite! Dude, I've always liked black and yellow. I like the song Wiz Khalifa made. I like Hufflepuff and Harry Potter. Bumblebee was the best Transformer. Black and yellow is a cool ass color scheme, and the Steelers jerseys have always made it work. And again, I'm a big fan of just the clean ass patches right on the front or on the sleeves. I love it. Now we got the Lions. They actually just got new threads, and I think they're good. Now clearly the black and blue ones are fucking madness. Panther fans, they copied us. Be salty, you bitches. They did it better. As far as their at-home jerseys do go, I mean, yeah, they're nice, but they're a little plain. They're just like the Chargers without the yellow or the lightning bolt. Now we've got the Titans. Throw that shit in the fucking garbage. Burn it. The worst color of blue, the worst color of gray, then you got a nice light blue down the sleeve. It's horrible. Oiler throwbacks, different story. Main jerseys, ass. Now we got Tampa Bay. Good, I like theirs. Black, white, and red. Huge, monumental step up from when they had the stupid digital numbers too. Those were atrocious. That'll bring us to the Texans. Another team that just got new threads, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they could have done a lot better. I don't really care for these. I think they're okay. The logo on the sleeve is nice. The red really makes the number pop in the collar. But I think their H-Town uniform, it's much better than their home. Seattle, burn it. I've always gotten hate for this, and I'm not gonna lie, the more I've seen their jerseys, the more I've hated it. I've always hated it. It's putrid. Again, you have that horrible color of blue, and then you got neon green. By the way, the Timberwolves neon green, I've always hated that. What are we playing, laser tag? Unless you're giving me the blue retros, I don't want to see any at all. Now we've got Denver, and they actually just got new threads, and ironically, the creator of this list is a huge Denver fan, and I have seen him preach endlessly about how much he hates these, and I couldn't disagree more. I actually think these are really good. What's wrong with them? I think they're clean. You got a nice orange, you got the nice white with the blue outline, and then you got the triangles going up the sides. I know some people don't like those, but I think they're a very, very clean looking jersey, honestly. All right, now we got San Francisco, and this one cracks me up because everyone has this always, like a row above elite even. I think they're so middle of the pack. It's plain. It's red and white. Like, it's so plain. I think the ones with the black outlines make it so much better, and obviously those look almost identical to Tampa Bay, but these are plain. Now we got the Browns, boring, ugly. They don't need to be burned. I'm not gonna lie, I actually think the brown and the orange kind of tie together, but brown is the primary color. You kind of look like a turd. That'll bring us to Chicago. I'll give them credit for the color of navy blue that I notoriously hate. They have, I think, the better looking jersey of them all between Houston and New England and Seattle and Tennessee. They make it work, and it's definitely the orange and the white, but I think it's an attractive looking jersey, honestly. Not bad whatsoever. Now we got the Saints. Theirs are okay, black and gold, but they got the white outline on the numbers, which it kind of makes it pop out a little bit more. The logo on the sleeve really helps too, but the colors, they don't really mix all that well. And now we got the Raiders. Boring, ugly. They're a step down from the Saints because they're just so plain, black and gray, and that is it. No logo, at least that I see on that one. No outline on the numbers, just two colors slapped on a jersey. Like, if I can draw your jersey using a Sharpie marker and a fucking pencil, you need to do a little more. All right, now we got Philadelphia. These are okay, decent. I'm not a fan of the dark green, but at least they got the nice white with the black outline and the patch of the eagle on the arm. However, these just don't compare to the Kelly Greens at all, which I, consider the best NFL uniform in the history of history. Now we got Baltimore. Theirs are okay. I don't like purple, and their purple just doesn't pop as much as Minnesota, but it's not a bad jersey at all, and I would love to see the classic ones come back. However, I heard there's some kind of like lawsuit or there's some problem with it. Like, the designer won't let it happen. Now we've got Arizona, burn it. This jersey looks like a t-shirt of a Kyler Murray jersey I would see in Shields. Like, what the fuck? Moving on, we got the Commanders. Okay/decent because they resemble the Golden Gophers, which I love. However, I think a black outline on the numbers would do them a lot of justice, and the numbers should not have sections on them. Enough with the digital shit. Now moving on, we got the Jets. They just got new threads. You either love them or you hate them, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they're hideous. I think the green is a beautiful green, but the piping on the sleeve, something looks odd. Like, they either need to add another stripe or they need to get some black in there or something, but the jersey looked like a soccer jersey to me. Now we got the Giants. Boring. It's basically the Colts except without the piping, which I actually think looks better without it because on the shoulders it's awful, but there's nothing special about it. Now we got the Rams. This is what the Chargers jersey would look like if it was a step down. Like, I think they're good, but not that good. And ending, we got the Chiefs, which shockingly, I think theirs are good. It's amazing to what a little extra color can do to a jersey when it's not just two. And to be honest, I think the yellow just ties in really well. But that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, for me ranking every NFL team's uniform. It's also where I'm going to stop the video for the day. Make sure to let me know in the comments where you agree or disagree and show support to this video if you guys appreciated it. Anyway, with everything I just said, I'm going to get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the next upload.